Hi everybody, I'm Heather Dawson. Well, it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California each week on our show. Fresno housewives lined up at an open casting call for their chance to star in an upcoming reality TV show, which promises to focus on real housewives. Former resident and executive producer Brian Catalina says Fresno is the perfect backdrop to feature hardworking moms and the true life of the Central Valley. Monterey, a bill has been passed that will grant the Marine Meteorology Center $10 million to fund a new research building, as well as $500 million to pay for the cleanup of the environment around the closed bases. And Los Angeles, workers began drilling to collect soil samples for a study to bring a subway to the west side of LA. The subway would reach cities such as Beverly Hills, Hollywood, and Century City. Well, every week we spotlight a different city on our show. The idea is to introduce you to a place you might not know about here in California. Well, this week we take you just 10 minutes from downtown San Francisco to the picturesque shoreline city of Sausalito. Known around the world for its Mediterranean flair and amazing views, despite the city's small size, only 2 square miles long, Monique Soltani shows us there is nothing small about Sausalito.
Home to nearly 7,500 people, but Sausalito is more than a prestigious address.
Sausalito's an old friend.
Hard to believe a city could be a companion, but with its breathtaking views, world-class resorts, and proximity to San Francisco, Sausalito is certainly worth buddying up to.
It just has a certain feeling. I can't describe it, but you like to be here.
Others have described it as enchanting, quaint, and impressive. And it's no doubt with its million-dollar homes and more than above-average incomes. But there's depth to this Bayside city. Sausalito was first incorporated in 1893 and given its name by Spanish explorers, which roughly translates to Little Willow Grove. Today, Sausalito eloquently combines old world characteristics with new world charm.
The only bad part for a person who has been here when there were 3 of us and only one of us lived here, to come into town now, it still has an enchantment and it's still an enjoyable trip, but it's not like it used to be, and that's just an old man talking.
This Mediterranean haven is more than just a vacation destination. Sausalito is the reason they built the bridge.
It was a shipyard town, nothing spectacular. The people that lived here just lived here, and most of them left after the shipyards went down. So it didn't have that mystique that it has today.
World War II shipyard turned 1950s bohemian village. Both the maritime feel and the artistic influence are very much alive today. With 20 restaurants, 30 boutiques, and countless outdoor activities, this gateway getaway has earned its esteem.
The reputation is the fact that it's just an enjoyable place to be and to spend a day or to spend your life.
Whether it's an old friend or a lifelong companion, Sausalito is certainly a place to call home, if only for a night. Bringing you the best in California. From Sausalito, I'm Monique Soltani.
Well, there's a town not far from Los Angeles where a Hollywood legend once lived, and the Old West tradition continues to thrive. Our Mark Archuleta takes us to the town of Newhall in the city of Santa Clarita.
If you like Hollywood history, you'll want to visit the town of Newhall, located 30 miles north of downtown Los Angeles in Santa Clarita. Hollywood westerns have been filmed in Newhall for over a century, and that history is showcased by its Western Walk of Stars and in William S. Hart Park, where there's a grand memorial to a forgotten Hollywood legend. I'm standing outside the mansion of silent film star William S. Hart. 100 years ago, he was considered Hollywood royalty.
That's a good way to put it, because he was ranked among the top actors of his time, including Charlie Chaplin, Mary Pickford, and Douglas Fairbanks.
Aisha Salator pulls back the curtain on Hart and his mansion turned museum. In 1914, the Broadway-trained actor moved to Hollywood and made 65 movies.
He was known as the good bad guy. He always started off kind of rough and tough or bad in his films. But by the end of the movie, he would see the error of his ways and become good.
In the museum, Hart's costumes are on display, along with gifts from legendary friends like Amelia Earhart, Will Rogers, and the Western artist Charles Russell.
We have a huge collection of Charles Russell oil paintings, Christodoro sculptures, and original works by James Montgomery Flagg. The art collection alone in the Hart Museum is quite phenomenal.
The Spanish colonial mansion is itself a marvel, especially the staircase in the foyer.
The architecture is amazing. The artwork, the film memorabilia, personal furnishings. There's just something for everybody when you come and visit.
Bringing you the best of California from Newhall, I'm Mark Archuleta for California Life.
Well, this summer, the Hart Museum will host a benefit event called Silence Under the Stars, where one of Hart's silent films will be screened with live music and dinner. For museum and event information, you can go to our website, californialifehd.com.
Out of the mailroom and into the boardroom. This is where I belong.
I used to tinker with computers just for fun, but now I get corporate networks to run.
I went from only helping my child to a career that's really worthwhile.
Discover My College compares hundreds of colleges and thousands of degree programs to help match you to a school and degree that's right for you. Call 800-734-9520, 800-734-9520, 800-734-9520.
Stay and play at the Lodge at Torrey Pines, San Diego's premier luxury resort, where you can hit the links at the legendary Torrey Pines Golf Course, dine at one of the top farm-to-table restaurants, A.R. Valentine, indulge with spa treatments that celebrate the sea, land, and air, explore one of the wildest stretches of land on the Southern California coast, and enjoy being so close to so many top San Diego attractions. Book your stay at lodgetorreypines.com.
Founded by Jacques Lubin and his partners in 1990, Inkplan USA has helped thousands of entrepreneurs to form legal entities throughout the world. Our clients have also made productive use of the various services that we offer: initial company registrations, bank consulting, virtual office services, and more. Inkplan's clientele continues to grow primarily from customer referrals. We are affiliated with Corporate Holding Services, a highly respected Delaware firm that advises large U.S. and international corporations.
Medical alert. The prescription drug Xarelto has been linked to serious internal bleeding events. If you or a loved one were hospitalized or died from serious internal bleeding after taking Xarelto, you may be entitled to compensation. Call Henniger Garrison Davis at 1-800-352-5787 for a free consultation. Xarelto may cause a cerebral hemorrhage or bleeding of the brain, bleeding of the gastrointestinal system, or even death. If you or a loved one were hospitalized or died after taking Xarelto, call 1-800-352-5787 now.
And let's catch up with what's happening around the state in sports.
There's a new left-handed phenom in Orange County. Henry Owens towers over his teammates at 6'7", wears size 17 shoes, which he has custom ordered, and throws a 90-plus fastball. Big man on campus, indeed. The 17-year-old junior has dominated opposing hitters to the tune of 29 innings pitched and 51 strikeouts. But Owens is as laid back as his surfer look would lead you to believe.
He's goofy, I tell you. He's got a great personality. He's real relaxed. You know, he kind of has a surfer attitude. He's kind of laid back. Maybe that's what makes him so good in the pressure situations.
I'll have emotions maybe after like striking out the sides in a big situation, but I get in the dugout, I'll sit down, and regain focus.
Edison head coach Steve Lambright told me that in all of his 16 years of coaching, he has never sent a pitcher up on the mound on short rest. But Henry Owens is the one exception. The kid has a rubber arm.
I have to look out for his health. The one thing I don't want to do, I think he has a future, and whether it's in college or the pros, no high school game is worth hurting a pitcher's arm, so I got to make sure I take care of him.
Owens is trying to follow in the footsteps of last year's County Player of the Year, Tyler Matzik. The former Capo Valley star led his Cougars to a CIF championship over Owens' Chargers, no less, and was drafted number 11 overall in the MLB draft.
I think Henry has a little ways to go. He's got to get through this year and get through next year, but if he continues to pitch like he's doing right now, he's got a great opportunity to do something like what Tyler Matzik did in terms of the draft.
Owens' future is bright, but he isn't thinking past the present. His only goal is to get back to the title game and win it. And if he continues to pitch like this, his future will wait for him with open arms. Bringing you the best of California from Huntington Beach, I'm Jonathan Gamis for California Life.
Education, brought to you by the California Lottery. Remember, when you buy a lottery ticket, California schools win.
On the outside is one of the highest crime rates in the nation. On the inside,
I get to learn dance here. I love to dance. I learned samba here. I learned leadership at student council, and I learned cooking with Gary.
Vanessa Lara is your typical 7th grader with one exception. She's giddy about going to school.
It's a fun day, actually, even though a lot of kids don't like coming all to school, and we end our school day at 5. It's pretty cool to come out. I think it gives you more opportunity to learn other things and not just like what you're supposed to learn.
Vanessa is just one of the 400,000 kids benefiting from after-school programs. Attending Melrose Leadership Academy in Oakland, one of 4,000 California schools participating in state and federally funded after-school programs, keeping kids on track and out of trouble.
Police chiefs, sheriffs, and district attorneys often say, pay me now or pay me later. And they always say it's a lot better to spend a little bit of money for a student to go to after-school programs now than a lot more later by having them go to prison. It's just the facts. That's what dictates things in law enforcement. They've looked at the facts about what works to keep kids away from crime, and they support those investments, and that's where after-school programs fit in.
Investing in education not only helps take a bite out of crime, but here at Melrose Leadership Academy, it gives students a safe place to call home.
For the first time being in Oakland, I feel safety here because being in Oakland is kind of a lot of problems with the community, with the gangs, prostitution. Being in school now, I feel more safety.
Mother of 4 and Melrose Leadership Academy librarian Isabel Burgos knows her kids are safe within these walls during the prime time for juvenile crime.
A lot can happen in 2 hours to a child, from that 3 to 5 gap. And I think that a lot of our kids would be in a lot of trouble if they got to go home at 3 o'clock every day.
Providing secure surroundings and enriching experiences.
I think it's great because they get exposed to things that they probably parents could not afford to expose them to if, living here in Oakland.
So many of the kids that we work with, if we don't provide these services to them, nobody else is going to. These are not the kids whose parents are able to provide them the rich range of experiences that they need to become developed into amazing adults.
But there's something these educators fear nearly as much as the violent streets of East Oakland.
My biggest fear outside of what these kids have to be resilient in the face of is that funding for these programs will go away. We worked really hard to make sure that we have enough to give these kids what they deserve, to give these kids what other kids already have.
With the help of adult advocates, Vanessa boasts a 4.0, but she doesn't just study hard to get good grades. She studies hard for the chance for change. What motivates you?
My parents a lot because they never had a right education, and I want to graduate for them. Because when I graduate, I probably will feel that they graduate with me because they're proud of me.
Do you feel excited about the future?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What excites you most about it?
The new experiences I will have and the better life.
With hope on the horizon, the future for Vanessa and the hundreds of thousands of kids in California and countless others across the country looks bright. Bringing you the best of California. From Melrose Leadership Academy in Oakland, I'm Monique Saltani for California Life.
Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orton has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze, and he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $400 for this.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles, and I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
This instant wrinkle-removing miracle sells for $60, but get yours now for only $39.95 and will include a second tube free. Dr. Orden will even include these 3 anti-aging bonus treatments, a $200 value free. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-679-5040. That's 1-800-679-5040. Order now.
Attention! If you currently wear eyeglasses or contact lenses, stay tuned for an important message. Are you tired or frustrated with bothersome eyeglasses and contact lenses? If you answered yes, then LASIK might be just what you're looking for. And at the LASIK Vision Institute, our LASIK procedures now start at just $2.99 per eye. The LASIK Vision Institute's nationwide network of eye surgery centers offer the most comprehensive, reliable, and affordable vision improvement services available. With over 900,000 procedures performed since 1999, our independent surgeons are changing the way people just like you see the world. Call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule a free evaluation. A $200 value, free. And for a limited time, LASIK procedures start at just $2.99 per eye. Plus, be sure to ask about our 0% interest finance programs.
Call 1-800-235-8106. 1-800-235-8106.
Many of us are looking to shed some pounds and get in better shape in 2015, but finding a gym that's right for you can be difficult. Well, a new approach to fitness is coming to Rancho Cucamonga. The doors will open soon on a new Crunch Fitness UFC gym, kind of a hybrid. The combination of Crunch Fitness and UFC provides a variety of ways for people of all ages and fitness levels to get in shape, all while getting rid of some of the negative stereotypes that plague many gyms.
You know, Crunch Fitness and our UFC brand, our core values are really that we're going to have a lower price point to get everybody involved in fitness, okay? On top of that, we're going to keep a cleaner environment, we're going to have a friendlier staff, and we're going to have well-maintained equipment, meaning if stuff goes down, we want to know about it and we want to fix it, because that's what turns a lot of people off with the gym industry these days.
Rancho Cucamonga will be the first location to combine a Crunch Fitness and UFC gym under one roof. The goal of Crunch Fitness is to make working out enjoyable. They'll provide a lot of traditional gym equipment along with a wide variety of classes.
We have a wide array of group classes that we offer, everything from more dance style classes like Zumba, extremely popular, and Zumba attracts all age groups, young and middle age and our older members as well, and it's super fun. We have classes that are more mainstream like yoga and Pilates. We also have boot camps that are really different. We're Bosu boot camp and chisel with weights. We also have classes for our senior members that are specific for them.
Now on the other side, the UFC gym takes the martial arts and workout programs that UFC fighters use and tailors them for the general public.
So we take the workouts that we did for fighting and then we reverse engineering. In those we come up with certain circuits that are very safe, fun, and then when you do the fighting as the kickboxing and boxing, you do it in a fun environment. Most people, they don't want to go in there and get punched. They don't want to go in there and walk to work the next day and not be able to walk. They want to have fun. So we take the fun components out, make it not so serious for the people that just want to enjoy themselves. They want to do something different. They're tired of working out in the normal gym. So here they're doing a workout, they're accomplishing their goals, but they're having fun and learning something while they're doing it.
With Crunch Fitness and the UFC gym under one roof, it gives people a variety of choices in the types of workouts they'd like to do and how intense they want to approach it, all while making it affordable and attainable for everyone.
We have price points as low as $9.95 a month. So what happens is the whole family can work out. There's no one way to get in shape. There's not one set way. A lot of times certain people like the Zumba, they might like the yoga. So all under one roof, we offer it for everyone, and we make it attainable and then make our price points where people can afford it.
Now, the Crunch Fitness UFC Gym is expected to open its doors in late February, and officials say they're sure people will be impressed with what they see.
I think what you're going to find and what people can expect to find when they step into this location is a beautiful facility that is tons of state-of-the-art equipment, immaculately clean, with a team of people that are fun, that are friendly, that are motivating, that are here to help, and allow to welcome everybody with a no judgments philosophy that says that we have a fitness program for you regardless of your starting point, regardless of your age, regardless of your budget.
So if getting in shape or staying in shape is your goal, check out the new Crunch Fitness UFC Gym opening soon, just east of the I-15 at 12739 Foothill Boulevard. I'm David Wiley for RC Spotlight.
And now it's time to head to the OC, where Brent Weber takes us to Surf City, where it seems to be an endless summer.
The cars, the music, the bikinis, the surf. HB is the place to be.
The doldrums of summer, people getting out of school, kind of shakes out in June, and by July, everybody wants to be on the sand.
Now that you're here. And it's just heating up in Surf City, USA.
At the end of July is the largest surfing event in North America. This is the U.S. Open of Surfing. We also have the inductions into the U.S. or into the Huntington Beach Hall of Fame, the Surfing Hall of Fame and the Surfing Walk of Fame. There's also things taking place at the International Surfing Museum. So there's just a number of things that are surfing related and adventure sports related that are going on at the same time.
Wave forecasting is not an exact science, but beaches like Huntington's provide consistent fun. Yet even Rocky, a seasoned pro, says always check in with your local surf shops before paddling out in unfamiliar waters.
So this beach in particular, Huntington Beach, especially right by the pier, has been known for as being a wave magnet zone.
As for the beach itself, Traub and Sif Surf City Sands can handle the swell.
We've accommodated as many as 13 million visitors in Huntington Beach in terms of annual beach guests. Right now we're somewhere over 11 million.
In Surf City, USA, B.H. Weber, California Live.
And lastly, we want to end our show with a wonderful way to remember our late reporter, Tom Sparks. His family and friends have set up a scholarship fund at USC's Annenberg School of Communication to help graduate students in broadcast journalism achieve their dreams. The scholarship will be awarded to students who share in Tom's love of life, show a commitment to the field that Tom held so dear, and who display a touch of Tom's eclectic personality that we got to see on California Live. We hope that through this scholarship, Tom's legacy at USC will live on for generations to come. Please go to our website for more information, and you can also watch any part of our show that you might have missed. We'll see you next week.